Hey there, tarot friends. I think I used the countdown timer. I don't know. Someone will have to tell me if that worked. So I have Robin and Jamie in. Hello, happy Friday. Oh, goodness. I tried, I thought I could choose something else. And so I clicked it and it just started going 2 minutes ago or something. So I'm kind of confused. I can't look at anything else, or maybe if I do add a countdown timer, it will show me other things that are available and not things that I upload myself. Right? I don't know. It just seems weird to me, but whatever. I hope that worked and helped someone. I don't know. I really don't know. Um, hey, Alex. Happy Friday. Chris is here. Did that work? Did that help you? I don't know. I'm so I'm not good at these. See, Isabel says no timer here. You surprised me. I was busy sorting a deck into order. That's what I should have done. I have two decks out of order here, but I don't think it really matters. But I do want to separate them because, as you know from the title, we are looking at Literary Witches and Compendium of Witches, and they're similar in format. Gerald is here. Chris is here. Alex didn't see a timer. Oh, okay. Robin didn't see a countdown. Okay, so when it comes to choosing them, I have to do that earlier. But then, 30 seconds before, this is a dumb question. Then I hit the 30-second timer, right? I have no idea. Things seem really simple, but I just can never do them. So, thanks for being here. Okay, so I'm going to start sorting these things out here. But first, and I have permission to share this. So Alex sent me as a gift the Compendium of Witches, big book and deck. And I'm so excited. The box feels so nice. Okay, so, and it also has a little Banksy love on it. See? Little love mark. So start the timer and then the go live button twice to make sure you go live. That's what I did. I don't know. It's fine. So I had seen a bit about this deck before when it was coming out, but I didn't really dive into walkthroughs or anything too much. I'm quite certain I watched something on Jamie's channel about this, and that might have been the most I looked at it, because during that time I was trying not to spend. And so I'm like, oh, I'm going to be in love with it. I just shouldn't even look right now. And so I really kind of didn't, except for that Jamie video. Oh, my hair. Okay. So this one, I still haven't gotten deep into it. I just got it a few days ago. I've been playing with the deck a little bit, but not really into the bigger book. But it's really beautiful. And just as an overview, which I might have known, but I forgot, that these are all fictional characters that this creator, Natasha Ilinsic, that she dreamt of, visualized, meditated, something like that. Okay, all except for one, the Memories Witch. That one was based on a real figure. So they're placed in different times and cultures. So anyway, it seems pretty balanced. Yep. Yep. Except one was an actual practicing witch. And the interesting thing is, the one real one appears as a ghost in here, and the rest of them appear as real people. And yes, this is a deck that came from a creator over here who created issues in the way she distributed them, right? Like the people in the States got them first for some reason. And there was this drama. I know. Yeah. And she's doing a tarot deck now, which is cool. So this person had created the artwork, you know, as for herself, and I'm assuming like to sell or whatever. Though I don't know that for certain. Again, I just read like little snippets of this. So once she had created these works of art, she realized how well they fit into archetypes. And so that's kind of the very short version of how this was created. Hello, Orshi and Diane. Yeah, I'm in Streamyard, which goes right to YouTube Live in seconds. Yep, that's what I'm doing. I only use pre-selected timers on my uploaded Premiere videos. Fancy. Okay. So yeah, I've never done a Premiere before, but yeah, I'm just in StreamYard. I don't have YouTube chat up or anything like that. So I don't know. It's fine. I just am not real talented with computer things. So yeah, this is an amazing gift. Thank you so much, Alex, for sending this along. Super excited to have it. And the other really cool thing that I probably knew, but again had forgotten, was that until I looked it up the other day when Alex and I were talking, that there are, I think, 30 witches and 30 whispers. So I shuffled it all together because I'm a heathen like that. But so here's the memory. This is the real witch, right? Oh, it smells good. Okay, so I will separate these really quick so you can see, because that's part of the appeal for me is, you know, I love a symbols deck. And so this is like a symbols deck plus figures, you know. So let me just show you, and I'm sure most of you have seen this before, but I just want to share my excitement because I love these kinds of things. The cardstock is amazing. It's like, it's textured. I don't know that I would call it linen because it's not like straight lines. Do you know what I mean? But it feels linen-ish, and it may be technically considered linen, but it's just not like the grid lines like I'm used to. But it's, I'm going to call it linen-ish. I don't know. It's amazing. And then we're also going to just look at, hey, Scott. Regina, I think I said hi to you, but again, I don't know. Sometimes it just happens in my head. So then the literary witches. Remember a few months ago when I got this finally? Because I'm like, this has been on my list for a long time. I bought one for my best friend because she and I studied literature together in undergrad as well as in grad school. We met in a lit course at community college, and I'm like, okay, we need this. Why don't I have this yet? Whatever. So this I bought a few months ago, and we flipped through it on a Friday. And during that flip through, I realized that there were symbols cards in it. You remember? And I freaked out. Does anyone remember this? I left them, I think. There's so many. Oh my God, it's amazing. And this is also like a linen sort of cardstock. So this is a 70 card deck. So I'm guessing 35 and 35 evenly. 35 witches, right? And Kelly Bear and Becca did a whole series on this, like a reading book club thing where they didn't use every card, but they selected some, and they did like a video on each, like a book club card kind of series. So anyway, this is amazing. Then I didn't know because I watched a few of those videos, but I think they were on Mondays and I couldn't do it for some reason. So anyway, I mean, I would never have been able to participate, but even to just watch videos, I used to pop in there every once in a while, but like they weren't talking about the cards so much as the books by these authors. Okay, so, oh no, a new smaller size second edition of the Antiquities of Magic deck? No? How did I miss this? I'm on her list. Okay. I'm gonna not freak out right now. I'm gonna stay focused. Robin says I don't have it like, but I like the symbol cards. Yeah, it's amazing. Yay, thanks, Alex. I was like so super happy. Super happy. Okay. So then we got to the symbols cards and I was freaking out because I didn't know that they were in there. So awesome. Hedgehog. And these are big, like oracle size. My nose is so itchy. Oh my gosh. Sorry, excuse me. Hedgehog. Super cute. A glove. A skull. Like, I cannot wait to put these all together. I mean, not mixing them, like shuffling them all together because they don't fit because these are smaller. But I like that much. That doesn't help with anything. There you go. So anyway, these are just amazing. Yeah. Super excited and wanted to share these together because of their similarities, right? They're like split half and half. It's like, I was going to say tarot and oracle. It's like two decks in one. You can use them together. You can use them separately. You could get the literary witches and study the authors along with what's in the book, and then just maybe you just want to read with the symbols cards. Maybe you just use this as an oracle or whatever. There are just so many possibilities. Plus, I love to layer everything and use like Lenormand houses in tarot and oracle readings. You can put these down like as your like house card that influences the card that's on top of it. Or like, how does the pomegranate like behave in the house of the skull, right? Like, what do these things mean together? You could mix the oracle or the symbol deck and the symbol deck together. Just so many things. So I'm going to like choose one and do a little read from each just so you can kind of get an idea of that too. And then we can, just do a little flip through. Maybe I'll do a flip through first. Anyway, Zane, the Puff Puff homie, says Alex. Hi, Zane. Thanks for being here. Okay, so let's just go through in a more, I'm sorry, I have to just sit really close so the light from the window, there's a curtain, but it's not like a blackout curtain. So what can you do? Sip, sip, everyone. The link is too big for me to post, but Julia sent out an email with a discount on the new small version. What in the world? Poker size, I'm sure she sent an email yet, but I got notified 10th of November. Okay. I said I was going to stay focused, but I'm really not. I'm really not. Baby is moving all around. Okay. Current balance. Oh, because I got money. Okay. Anyway, sorry. Bank notification. It always happens on Friday when I'm in here. Let me just look because I'm confused though. Julia, what? Isn't it, there's my pre-order notification for Three Trees Tarot. I got Smoke, Ash, and Embers the other day. I mean, I ordered it. I don't have, oh, why? November 10th. Okay, it's back here, but hold on. Layla and Olive, 20% off. Barnes & Noble, I ordered pocket edition of Wild Unknown the other day. Yes, Gerald. This is what it is. November 10th. Jesus. I've done so much shopping since the last time we talked because Gerald, on day one of the Benabel Planner 2022, sent me the notification that it was happening, which is great because I get her emails, but the blog happens first, right? And I rarely, like, I never go there. So anyway, shout out to Gerald for sending me that because I pre-ordered it that day, of course. Llewellyn sale, just delete that. I don't need to even know. November 10th, where in the... Now I might have seen like new deck in the, Jillian C. Wild. Okay. I might have seen like new deck notification in the title, but I assumed it was her other new decks that she's working on that I already knew about. Why are there so many emails? I'm only back to the 12th. Okay. Boop, boop, boop. Kickstarter, blah, blah, blah. Book depository. I don't need to look at that either. Okay. Only a few days left. Delete that. I don't need to know. Jillian C. Wild, where are you? Oh my gosh. Why is there... Oh, there it is! Scheiße. Pocket size. Click the link below. Okay, well, that was just for the day. I don't need... Oh my gosh. Okay, gimme. Click here to shop Amazon. Go. Please hold. Thanks for being here. Tell me how you're doing. She already has it, so technically she doesn't need the new version. Oh, but I do. I said I was going to just like let it go, but now I can't. Everyone understands. Oh, thank you, Isabel. So sweet. I mean, technically I don't, and I have been, like, the past few months have been on a low spend for my new vehicle budgeting and everything, but I already have enough in my account to pay for it, which I wasn't supposed to like technically have enough in that part of the budget until my next pay on the 25th, but I already have it. So look at that. Promotion has ended. Yeah, I know. I don't need it. Just browse products. I just don't want to buy the regular one. Oracle deck, 2nd edition. Show me that it's the small one, please. So, I mean, the 2nd edition, that's going to be fine, right? Yeah, it's showing. Add to cart. Make sure I don't have any other craziness in my cart. Pure Magic Oracle. What's that about? Okay, get out of here. Proceed to checkout. Happy Sophie Day. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm really sorry. This is rude. I almost just said my password. Is that it? Justin and Sandra, hello. Happy Friday. Don't mind me while I'm shopping. Delivery tomorrow because Prime is the bomb. Okay, place your order. Yeah, go. Is that the right card? Do it. Okay. I don't have buy now. Like, I have buy now, but I don't use it because sometimes I want to switch my card if I have rewards, but I got rid of that card, so now I could switch it. What is wrong with me? Okay, sign out. So, since we've spoken last, and then we'll look at cards. I got my Benabel planner ordered. I ordered this Past Lives workbook from Red Orchid that has art history for past lives. So I ordered, like, Red Orchid site did not have the workbooks, but they had the deck in the book, and I've wanted it forever, and the price was lower. Like, I thought it used to be 50, but maybe it was with the bundle with all this. Anyway, it was like 35 bucks. I finally got it because I'm like, that's my jam, right? This whole past lives thing, like, it's a major part of my daily everything. I talk about it all the time, have dreams about past life stuff, tell poor Chris about all my past life stuff. Like, this is like a huge part of my whole spirituality and regular life. So, ordered this, ordered art history for past lives deck and regular book. Pre-ordered Wild Unknown. Just ordered the mini. Sandra, I saw you asking. I just ordered the cool new smaller version of Antiquities of Magic, which is one of my absolute favorite oracle decks on the planet, that I shared maybe just a couple weeks ago. What else did I get? Oh, I also ordered 4 copies of Sacred Creators Oracle yesterday, for my little tribe gifts. So me and my best friend Julie and my twin flame Lauren and our friend, all of our mutual friends Stephanie. The 4 of us have a little good vibe tribe, and just occasionally, we don't have to do, like, always do gifts for every single thing, but I haven't done a little group gift in a while, and they were 10 bucks at Hay House. So ordered 4 of those yesterday because I'm like, what am I going to get us? Like, sometimes we do a little jewelry thing or whatever. And my friend Stephanie has done cards for us before. And so I got Sacred Creators, normally 25 bucks, for $10 a pop yesterday at Hay House. I think that's all my treasures. Okay, let's start with Literary Witches. Yeah, thank you all for indulging me and hanging out while I shop. Toni Morrison. Honestly, one of my favorites. I'm probably going to say that a lot, but I mean, maybe not. So her word is power. Flannery O'Connor, humanity. Alejandra Pizarnik, solitude. Maria Sabina, healing. Sappho, love. Leslie Marmon Silko, community. One of my minors in undergrad was Native American literature, so I have a few little, like, offshoots of stuff of, like, people I've read more or less, whatever. Old Gertrude, perspective. Virginia Woolf, vision. Mirabai, devotion. Audre Lorde, justice. That's a really cool card if you know about this person. I see Isabel saying she got a copy of the Goddess Love Oracle that Sandra showed recently. Oh, I didn't read it first. Yumiko Kirahashi, transformation. Jamaica Kincaid, history. Shirley Jackson, family. I love her. Zora Neale Hurston, amazing. Joy Harjo, bravery. Oh, Zora Neale Hurston was story. Bravery. Charlotte Perkins Gilman, freedom. This is one of my favorites. I have a saga of grad papers that I wrote, like my the paper I wrote to earn my master's, like at the end of all the courses. And I had to do it 3 times, and it had to be 3 different topics. Basically, there was like a lot of academic posturing going on, and I almost quit. Like, I almost didn't do it. Anyway, Yellow Wallpaper was one of the texts that I chose for my first attempt at that in comparison to some Edgar Allan Poe stuff and just about like Gothic literature and themes and things like that. And this, so it's a quaint little tale, just one that I've loved since I was in like junior high and high school. Wait, Robin! Just read Shirley Jackson's We Have Always Lived in the Castle. Loved it. Okay. Did you hear me mention that before or no? Because I have mentioned it in some chats and it's honestly one of my favorites. And I almost started talking about it when I got to the card, but I thought I have gone so far like down the rabbit hole of like shopping and everything already that I wasn't going to go off track. But isn't that an amazing book? It's one of my favorites. Most of my lit stuff is downstairs and not in here, but that one could be around because no, I don't think it is. I think when I cleaned, it might have gone out. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy about that. I think about it all the time. One of my favorite quotes is from that book about like burying the treasure in the ground and like their house being protected by this whole thing. Oh my gosh, okay. Ooh, this is good to know. I had no idea. Thank you both for this, sharing this information about We've Always Lived in the Castle. Okay, what am I doing with my life? Janet Frame, Belonging. I honestly don't know who this is. So even if you're not a lit person, you could, if this is an interesting concept to you, get this, and then you can read about the person when you draw a card, and there's a keyword, so you can, learn a little bit about literature, and then if you are super inspired or intrigued by any of them, then you could like read one of their books. It's just a win-win. Rebellion, Fora Farroxad. This is cool, like a little stone wall she is behind or something. Sandra, oh wait, are you talking about Bird's Nest or We've Always Lived in the Castle? I have not read Bird's Nest. Gosh, that was a freak out. I love We've Always Lived in the Castle. Okay, I'm not going to say it anymore. Sandra Cisneros, The Body. Agatha Christie, Trickery. Eileen Chang, Fate. Angela Carter, another one I love. Another one that we read in. So which class would I have read We've Always Lived in the Castle? It was in grad school, and it was either for Alton or Wildless. I don't know. That doesn't matter right now. Maybe I have a paper to share or something. Sip, sip. I'm choking. Let's drink some coffee. Sandra, I think you will love it. Angela Carter. That was definitely Wildless. I think they both were. Anyway, I'm trying to think which class it would have been. Identity. Anne Carson, The Intellect. Further endorsement, Robin says, from the opening page of We Have Always Lived, you are drawn right in. Check out, look inside on Amazon. I got it there for my Kindle. Yes, it's so amazing. And it's one of the books, like I'm not reading anything right now. Haven't read anything in a long time. I honestly don't have time. And that's one of the last ones that I remember. Like that was like toward the tail end of grad school. And plus it was one of my favorites from that time. So that's another reason I'm so excited, because someone's talking about a book I know and I'm like way out of the loop with all these things. Octavia Butler, The Future. Anna Akhmatova, Endurance. Emily Bronte, Fantasy. This is the cover image. I love the Brontes. I'm super cliche and I love Wuthering Heights. Mary Shelley, Loss. Sylvia Plath, one of my absolute favorites. The Dark. That's her keyword. Sylvia Plath's, I mean, I love really most of her works, but the unabridged journals, just like of her diary, is absolutely amazing. Might be my favorite thing. Like, I think if I could only pick one Plath thing, it would be her journals. It's just incredible. Scott says it's on both. I tried to click that. Excuse me, StreamYard. Is on Netflix and Amazon Prime. This is great information for me to have. Thanks, everyone. Anais Nin, The Subconscious. This is a cool image. But yeah, if you want something that you can just like pick up whenever and read a little bit of, and that was the thing too. I was reading the journals even when I was in grad school, and that was not a thing I was reading for classes, because you can just read a tiny bit and you're not like stuck waiting and like, oh, I need to read more of that story, or I'm going to forget what's going on or whatever. You can just read it in little chunks, like poetry kind of. Do you know what I mean? You don't have to, there's not this pressure to like finish the book because you're just kind of reading entries. It's a big chunky book, but so that's something nice if you are feeling like me and like you don't have time to read anything, but like you maybe have 5 minutes here and there. Because really, we do have time, right? We could squeeze in 5 minutes. Emily Dickinson, The Soul. So anyway, there's a recommendation if you need like a little bits and piecey kind of thing to read. Or poetry. You can always read poetry if your schedule is, if you're rocking 4 jobs and like raising a child and growing a baby, you can read poetry still. Skull. Snail. Why do I love these so much? Spider. Just the little thing. These would be great for charm casting because look how much space is on there. You could even put 1 or 2 cards down and cast charms or runes or something on it. Teacup. Toad. I know you all can see, but I try to think of myself driving back in the day and I wanted the person to say everything. Eel. Doll. Creature's paw. We saw some disembodied parts in these literary witches tables and things. Chicken. Cauldron. Cat. Ghost. Wings. Wolf. Peacock. Noose. Mushrooms. Moon. Pond. I have a little pond right outside that window. Switching arms because it's tired already. Praying mantis. Rabbit. Braid. Oh, Robin says the creature's paw reminded me of the Edward Gorey Fan Todd pack. I haven't seen that in a while, but I can see that. Book. Boar. Bees. And the praying mantis. Apple. Tree. volcano, the wall, white dress, sip sip, says Jamie. Wildflowers. Oh, Friday manic shopping. The eye. Elixir. I love the little ghost coming out of this. Ooh, scary. Milk, which is gross to me, but it's fine. It's just a resource. Lion. Lantern. Knife. House. And two more, the hedgehog, which I've shown you because it's super cute, and the glove. So there's the full set of the witches, and I don't know if there's a name for the witches. Like, do they call them something else, the other cards? Past, present, future spread, the witches. Oh, and the witches materials. That's what they're called here. Okay. So for the materials, okay, for the witches, there's a little write-up like this. So let's just read Virginia Woolf. Developing a vision, innovation, limitations. Virginia Woolf, 1882 to 1941, helped usher in a major new literary movement with her stream of consciousness fiction, which focuses intensely on the experience of awareness and moves fluidly among the inner lives of its characters. Her personal life, child-free, sexually liberated, and incisive feminist essays were no less radical. After a lifelong struggle with mental illness, Woolf put stones in her pockets and stepped into the river near her Sussex home. Then the materials just have a few keywords under each one. My ankle. Okay, it's fine. Oh, there, correct. Cauldron, creativity, the rich broth, surprising yourself. Bees, togetherness, work, and treasures. Book, hope, revelation, ignorance, things like that. So there's a little idea. Even though I didn't draw one, I just used what was there. Okay, let's stack these over here. I see Gerald is hoping to get that Edward Gorey is on my wish list. Sorry, I was getting confused because I was reading Toadstool Tarot, and then I was like, Edward Gorey Tarot, but I couldn't make it all work. Sip, sip. And Gerald said he got the Edward Gorey sticker book after Robin had mentioned that somewhere. See, I love all this. You just never know. I have a Robin book recommendation written down in the back of my work notebook that I still need to get. The Golden Key. And I also have a book about like colors and like color symbolism and stuff. Another Robin recommendation written down. Anyway, things to do, just reminders in case you have little tarot friend notes scribbled about and you need to find them. Okay, so these are not in order, but here are the witches. Remember, these are all fictional, sort of like meditated on, channeled, dreamed, envisioned by the creator. That the awesome Alex gifted me. Thanks again. The Dusk Child. The Priestess. Oh, the Golden Key and Maurice Sendak. Okay. I will look for it. Max is like partially named for, that's why I love that name. And because one of my favorite dogs, he's not alive anymore, but one of my favorite dogs of all time that I knew in my real life, his name was Max. And Max from Where the Wild Things Are, which look how naughty I am. I still have the Max in here that Regina made. Isn't she amazing? Do, do, do. Anyway, Sandra is excited about this one. Oh, no worries, Orshi. Get some rest, whatever you need. Alex says puff puff. The Comforter. The Companion. The Laborer. Now, I would say that these are still Oracle size, but they are smaller than Literary Witches. I'll just show you a different, show you like backs on backs so you can maybe see. And the backs are amazing too. Let me show you again. The Laborer. The Stargazer. Alex says, I still have an original 80s copy of Where the Wild Things Are. I do too. It is missing a page or two. It was a hand-me-down from my cousins. My cousin Brandon had started writing his name in it, but stopped after BRA. So it just says bra in the beginning. And it's like missing a page or two. But I still have it anyway because I feel like it's magic. The Crossroads. And then when anyone I know is having a baby, like if I'm giving gifts or even if they're not doing books in places of cards, like for a baby shower, I always give a copy of Where the Wild Things Are. So there's that. It's like my little calling card. The Listener. The Hermit. All cozied up with her fox. The Seer. The Shaman. The Veil Walker. The Oracle. This is like what I was supposed to be during the time periods tarot chat we had the one day with Regina and Richie and me and Gerald. Yeah. The Wind Rider. She's got a couple familiars. The Shapeshifter. She has a little frog on her hand, by the way. I think it's real cute. I used to be really freaked out by frogs. I've talked about this before. Now we have like a frog pond out front. And I super love it and I'm not afraid of them. I don't know. The Scholar. The Alchemist. That's a great book. The Mystic. The Guardian. Froggies, says Orshi. The Preserver. Yeah, they're really, really well done, Sandra. There's like a lot of detail, but it's not hard edges, if that makes sense. The Wayfarer. Like they're just very rich, like storybook kind of images. The Soothsayer. That dress is beautiful. Robin's favorite Sendak book is Higgledy Piggledy Pop or There Must Be More to Life. I don't think I have my little library, my nutshell library in here. It's like little mini books. And I want to say Higgledy Piggledy is in that, but I'm not really sure. The Weaver. This deck's a pretty good example of rose petal cardstock too. It feels linen to me. Like the Brady first edition. Weird, is it? Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. The Storyteller. The box is rose petal. The Storyteller. Sandra understands what I mean. That's good. the Healer. This is so beautiful. The Reconciler. The Explorer. I'm going to save you for last. The Artist. The Unbound with a little otter. And the Memory. So this is the real witch in the deck, and the rest are fictional. Jamie says, I got this through the Kickstarter. I love it. I love it. Immediately shared with Kelly F. She just ended up getting the deck and doing a premiere walkthrough. Yes, she did that walkthrough, and I wasn't able to watch it like at the time, but I watched it the next morning and told her in comments that I was like, it was either the day of or the next day after I talked to Alex, and I was like, I'm getting this deck like in a few days, and I'm so excited. So that was great, because then I did watch, like I said, did watch that walkthrough, since now I knew I was getting it. And so 30 Witches, I think, and then 30 Whispers. So here we have Pomegranate. So again, a split deck with symbols. Oh, amazing. Familiar. Autumn. Rest. And I remember seeing this part of the deck more in a couple walkthroughs. Again, I don't think I watched a full one, but I remember like watching Simon's, I think, and particularly paying attention, because a lot of times I'm like listening and working. But then I think when he got to these, then I was like really paying attention, because of course it's the symbols part. Sprout. B. Excuse me. Let's chug more coffee. I really should have water in here, but I don't. Sip, sip. Good grief. Go. I missed taking my allergy pill yesterday, so I think that's my issue. Remembered this morning, but it takes a minute. Temperance. Sorry. Why am I like this? Offering. Sorry, baby. Does that shake you around? Cauldron. Alex says the artwork in the Whispers is what made me get it in the first place. It is it's just awesome. It's really, really well done. Water is always a good thing. Sometimes I remember to bring it in here, but not very often. Thaw. Roots. Light. Yeah, delicate art reminds me of Pagan Otherworlds, says Robin. Yep, really, really beautiful. I was just thinking about decks to mix this with, and I have Pagan Otherworlds right here. Let's take a look. So I opened it. Remember, it's the one that I sent to Sandra and it never got there. Well, one of two. Anyway, I'm not going to get into that today. I don't need to be bitching about that. So I did show it that one day finally, but I still haven't used it because I just makes me mad. She has a different one now anyway. I don't know why I care, but maybe I should just get over myself. Okay, let's just see how they work. Like the Queen of Pence and Ruins. Good call, Robin. Look at that. Look at that. I mean, it's gorgeous, right? Looks like a beautiful deck. I'll need to watch a walkthrough when I can function. Anybody has one posted. I think Simon does. And Kelly did the premiere the other day. Sandra says, oh no. Yes, I have a copy now, but of course it's annoying. Yeah, I just need to, I had thought about this for November, but then Moon Baby jumped out at me. So maybe this will be my December deck. So where does this go? Okay. Die Staff? Is that how I say that? I don't know. Oh, the Wooden Tarot. Delicate but surrealist. Ooh, look at you go. I have the Wooden Tarot. I love the Wooden Tarot. Storm. I love this card. Okay, Storm made me think about night, made me think about night walks and the conversation we had a few weeks ago about Chris's Sandy always wants to take night walks and I want to take night walks, but we're like not allowed, but like Chris isn't a big fan of that and Ryan isn't a big fan of that. And so that popped in my head last night for some reason. I was telling Ryan, I'm like, oh, a few weeks ago in chat, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, wait, what? And I'm like me going on a walk at night. And he's like, I never said you can do that. And we got like in a real tiff about it and like went to bed all annoyed. Well, I mean, not really. I went to Caramax and then like everything was fine, but it's just like, I don't know why I'm even talking about this. Like this happens so much. Like I'm trying to just tell like a funny little thing. And I'm like, yeah, so someday when we go there, you know, we get to go on night walks and like, you know, have our chaperones or whatever. And I couldn't even like finish my sentence. He's like, wait, let's just talk about this because I don't like he didn't say let's analyze it, but that's what his like Virgo sensibilities were going to. And he just got all like computery and annoying. And I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, let's just talk about this because I don't remember. Like I didn't say that. I guess like when you were younger and you were telling me you used to like go like running at night. And I thought that was kind of crazy because like I just didn't really know about the area where you lived when you were growing up. And I'm like, what in the fuck are you talking about? Sip sip. Anyway, I will say that he has changed a lot. Like things that he would not have like loved before are like possibilities now. Don't even have like good examples, but I'm like he's like kind of loosened up. Like I don't know, just weird stuff. I don't know. Teeth. Does that ever happen with people in your life when you think they have this like principle and that and I didn't mean to make it sound like he was controlling. I don't know if that was like annoying to him or something. Look how beautiful this wreath is. I don't know why I'm laughing. I think Stephen King got run down by a car during a night walk. Okay. I was just like, do you have these things that like people have said out of their mouth and so that you like you take it on the heart and you're like, okay, they would like prefer that this is not a thing. Never said that he was like, you may not take a walk at night, but like, does this happen to you? And then you like mention it like in a lighthearted way, like it's nothing you're even like complaining about. You're just talking about it. Like it's just become part of my like, it's fine. I'm not gonna like, it's not the end of the world or anything. And then you bring it up and they're like, what are you talking about? But it's like this thing in your life that you're like, I don't do that anymore because like my husband's not crazy about it, which there aren't even many of those things. So like, again, I hope I'm never making him like sound controlling or anything because like that would just not like work for me anyway. But like, he just looked at me like I had another head or something. I didn't say that. What? Okay. Standing stone. Okay. I'm glad. And it's probably not like this thing that's like on his mind, like, oh, hey, I think I've decided now that like I don't care about that based on where we live or whatever. And it probably does depend on that, even though like, you know, I say, you know, bad things can happen anywhere, but there's like greater risk in certain places. I don't know. And then he got pissy about because like where I lived before, like now I live in Howell, before I lived in Holt. They're about 45 minutes away, but they're like pretty similar in terms of like like the neighborhood vibe. And we live in a neighborhood now, you know, blah, blah, this whole thing. Um, like before we lived way out in the sticks in Attica, and like someone could have like, I didn't walk at night there though, because, well, I had a newborn, but anyway, um, like some serial killer that lives out in the country could have like snagged me up and like put me in their basement. So like, I don't, part of being out there was like scarier to me. Anyway, I was like, well, I'm like, well, I lived in Holt. I'm like, it was just like it is here. And he's like, well, I don't know about that. And I'm like, no, I know you don't know about that because you never lived there. And then we got like in a little like side tiff about that. I'm like, don't even be talking about my hometown. Like, not having it. Yeah, no, not anymore. Lived in hell. Attica was very far away, but I wouldn't call it hell. Oh, anyway, so that happened last night, and then like we never even like brought it up after that. Like I came back in from like my shower and like getting Max in bed, and he was like listening to the end of a meditation, and I was still like kind of irked. And anyway, like it ended fine. Like, but we just didn't talk about night walks. I'm like, damn, this is getting way too serious for what I was trying to like bring up. Never mind. I had to Virgo all over it. I was just trying to talk about something fun and nice. And he had to analyze it to fucking death. Let's talk about this. I was like, it's really not that serious. I'm talking about going for a walk at night. Briar. This was it. This was the moment. Or she is missing half the conversation. It's more surreal. Plus, I'm just rambling about random shit, so I'm sure that's not helping. Cornucopia. I need to go back to know why would Deanne be in a basement? Because we used to live out in the country, and we're talking about, is it safer to walk around my neighborhood now, or is it safer, which this really wasn't the conversation last night, but I had mentioned it before, or would it be safer for me to walk out in the country? Like crazy people live there too. And it would be like harder to like find someone out in the country, I think. I don't know why I think that, but like, where do scary movies take place? Some of the late 90s ones took place in like neighborhoods and stuff. But I'm talking about like where people get tortured in basements and stuff. They're always like out in the sticks down the dirt road, and people never go there to check on anyone. Mirror. Oh. Robin says, I'm a Virgo too. Well, you have great patience with me, thank goodness. Oh, you were totally fine. And so is my husband. But sometimes I'm just trying to have this like light Libra moment, like talking about like friends and night walks. And he's like, I didn't say that. He doesn't really talk like that either, but I have to make him sound worse than he is. Oath. No, I really do too. I get along with Virgos, and I really love that like structure and like, okay, everything's fine. Like, here's the next step. We're just talking about the next step. We're very grounded and whatever. And that really helps me a lot. But like when I'm trying to have happy Libra moment, I don't need the fucking analysis of my sentence or what he remembers or doesn't. Mountain. I probably love that so much because Pisces, although I have to say I tend to get a lot. Yeah, I didn't read the first part of that. Moon. The hare. Two more. The sickle. And the staff. No, Isabel. Oh, hey, remember the other day I asked you if you were 521 because that's our anniversary, and you were like, no, I'm end of August, Virgo. Maybe the reason I had a date associated in my head is because you have the same birthday as my husband, possibly. Are you 823? That's what I was trying to figure out in the shower the other day. I'm like, I remember something. But anyway, no, Virgos are very nice. I need them in my life. The boiler in Home Alone was very scary in Kevin's basement. My mom's a Virgo. I appreciate that. So pretty. Yes, they really are. Yes, Libra rising. So yeah, those are my witches and their resources kind of decks. Is it so exciting? Now I'm gonna mix these all up again because I don't know why. Oh, yes, we are at the hour. Robin says that he's on Lavender Moon's channel today at 5 talking about UFOs. Why am I dropping cards already? The Cauldron. I love this card. Beth says, sorry, I've missed everything. Super busy getting my house in order for Thanksgiving. I'm a Virgo. Oh my gosh. So does getting your house ready for Thanksgiving meaning like that you're also like repairing part of the roof and fixing the front step and things like that? Or are you polishing your car out in the driveway, or are you doing indoor stuff that's more related? Anyway, just have to tease. You can puzzle in the shower for another week. Okay. 4 to 5 to 6, 7 to 8 to 9, 30. Okay, so that's my husband's stepdad's birthday. They're 7 days apart. So this is the other thing. Kristen was talking about how good my memory is in Chris's live last Thursday. And like it is, but I just remember really random stuff. Like certain things my brain tries to like associate too much. And so now I'm like, oh, well, Isabel's birthday is 7 days after Ryan, like Max, because his stepdad's name is Max as well. And so maybe that's what I had tied together. But see, now I'm just like reaching for it. But this is what happens. I make this whole web of things, and sometimes it like fires right through like a perfect little neuron, and I remember things. And then I say it in chat, and people are like, oh, you're awesome, you remember. But then all the other times there's all this other like web going on that I'm like, was there something over here that like related to this thing? So I don't know. So yes, do check out Robin on, it's way back now. Here we go. Robin on Lavender Moon's channel. And no worries about missing things, Beth. We are happy to have you pop in and say hi. Or she put the link in today. Thank you so much. Regina's going live at some point today, trying to do readings with every deck I have. Started this challenge last night randomly. That is amazing. Chris and Ben and Gerald and Richie. I don't know. I could just be making things up. 2:30 my time today are going on to talk about recurring themes in tarot. On Ben's channel, I believe there's an event set up for that in the Scorpio Moon Tarot, Scott's page. So check that out. Beth says, oh yeah, repairing floors, opening boxes, since more grocery shopping. Oh yeah, it's a lot. Yes, and Govinda is starting his 24-hour tarot live for children in need. That starts tonight at 7 and goes until tomorrow at 7 his time. So pop in to that craziness. Cooking a week early. I'm just having freezer section shepherd's pie. Shepherd's pie sounds good. I don't know what we're doing. We go to a Friendsgiving, and that is that's like our bubble family. My best friend's parents have Friendsgiving for us every year, and we were doing that even like before a pandemic, and they are still safe for us to be around. So we're doing that on the Saturday, but I think on Thursday we're just going to do whatever here. Yeah, Sandra says nice and easy. Regina kicked this off last night and made it through 3 hours. That's amazing. Okay, here we go. Beneficial Tarot at live at 2:30 with special guest. Or she has Govinda's link up. Regina is putting out, it's official, Regina is putting out a dare for anyone to do readings with all of your decks. That would be amazing. Maybe someday I can do that. Beth is hosting 5 people, including her 2-year-old granddaughter, so Turkey and Kefir, amazing. Sandra will be there for the Friday Ben Live. My Virgo sensibilities have been sent away this week as COVID has hit. Daughter tested positive. She's okay. Virgo having to change plans last minute and deal with the chaos. Not good. Yeah, but I would argue that Virgos are good at that. You may not feel good about it, but typically your actions are like calming and reassuring to everyone else. I don't know. That's what I find. My husband is super calm in crazy situations. Well, if it's like really serious, if it's just annoying, he can get kind of like irritated. But if it's like a really serious thing, then he's in super calm mode. But he was also a ranger, like a special forces ranger. So he, like in emergency situations, he's like totally pro status, like handling everything, which I can't do at all. So that's great for us. Okay, Ben's is the same time as Richie usually does. Yes, amazing. Thank you, Orshi. Is there any particular food your unborn craves? You know what? I was thinking about this the other day. None of my pregnancies have had like super strong or like weird cravings, but I am really like I don't always keep orange juice in the fridge, but I do now. And I just kind of realized this about a week ago that I like sometimes Max will have juice, but usually he just drinks water. But I will just be like standing at the fridge, like chugging orange juice. So I would say probably OJ and something else the other day I realized was kind of a staple these days. I have really been loving these garlic chicken enchiladas that I made up like a couple months ago, but I think that's just because it's a new thing to me. But that sounds really good. So I'd say orange juice. Cashews have been like my snack thing that I want all the time. Good question. Today is my birthday. Feel free to help me. Well, hello and happy birthday to you. Is next Friday busy for you? U.S. folks don't know how Thanksgiving will work. Sorry. So, I think some people, like if they do extra things, like a lot of people here will do like a family thing on Thanksgiving. And then like we do, like a lot of people do like Friendsgiving or like one side of the family and then the other side, or like one spouse and then the other spouse if there's more family stuff going. But like we're not doing much because of COVID and everything like that. Our state is the worst in the nation right now. Not cool. So anyway, I will not be on next Friday for our casual because I have a doctor's appointment for the baby, and I probably won't do Thursday either because it's Thanksgiving Day. Ryan has 4 days off, and he probably won't have that like at least for another year, actually, until next Thanksgiving. Yikes. So I probably won't be on it all for a casual next week, like unless I do Wednesday. I might do like a special early thing if you all really want to see me, so we can talk about that. Alex says, so I would say, Orshi, if you're wanting to do something, I'd say do it because a lot of people are going to be off of work that day and looking for something to do. So I'd say if you are looking for a YouTube thing to do, go ahead with that. That would be my vote. Lots of lives today will give me plenty to watch back over the weekend, as I don't think I'll get to all the lives. Regina, Alex wants to know the decks that he's keeping, or do I got to pull everything out of the purge boxes too? Because I've got just as many for purge as I do that I'm keeping. I'd say the ones that you're keeping because you've decided those ones that you're moving on. And so I feel like reading with those would be kind of weird. But I don't know. I'm not the officiant of this challenge. So I'd say those are done now that those are like separate, and I would just try to do readings with what you have. That would be cool. I would love to see this all happen. That would be amazing. Well, maybe I will do Wednesday then. We're often in a turkey coma, or some people shop for deals, but most often involves seeing more family members. Right. Some people shop on Friday. But yeah, I would kind of assume that like a lot of the tarot people are going to be around like with the day off. And yeah. I got bit by the tarot collector bug real early. I managed more than 200 in my first 12 months. I'm down to keeping about 67. Yes. Also, if you have unopened decks, they don't have to be used. Okay, look at that. Oh, Robin says, Regina Tarot, send me a message. I'm not clear about this thing you're doing. Yeah, let's do it. I would love, this is a really cool idea. Yes, Alex is going to send Sandra a pic. Yes, I've already seen the going away stash. So that's great work. You know what I mean? If that's what you're doing and you are like, I'm not minimizing things as we've talked about before, but if you're doing that, that is awesome. And I can totally understand. I want to do that with other things in my house for sure. So more power to you. And that is awesome. If you start reading the Purge decks, you risk finding things you like about them again, and they sneak back into your collection. See, I think Alex is very decisive, and when I might be just assuming things, so correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like once Alex has made that decision, it's done. Like I get that really strongly, so I feel like he would not be tempted. Over the river and through the woods to grandmother's house we go is an old ditty that sort of summarizes the theme of Thanksgiving. Yes. Sandra says, yes, Alex sent a message. Unopened decks, that takes about 20 out of my collection. That was me a few months ago, as you know. So Regina says to Robin and anyone else interested, it's just offering free readings, trying to read with each deck in the collection, switching out decks for each read. So like Deanne comes for a reading and gets, well, you're not doing oracles, right? And then Regina reads for me with Pagan Otherworlds. Then Robin wants a reading from Regina and she uses Moon Baby. So trying to get one read for each deck. I think that's amazing. I know about Thanksgiving. We learned about it. I was just curious about Friday in particular because right now I can't remember about the dates. Yeah, so we're always on the Thursday for actual Thanksgiving. I shouldn't say most people who work in like offices or even like manufacturing shops, like my husband hardly gets an extra day off for a holiday. Like for Christmas, he gets Christmas Day. He does not get Christmas Eve off. For New Year's, he gets New Year's Day, does not get New Year's Eve off. And it's more common here to have both. So for Thanksgiving, it seems the shops are getting, not retail shops, like metal shops are getting Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So anyway, it's sort of personal, but like I'd say a lot of people could do gatherings any of those 4 days. But I also feel like a lot of people either like shop on Fridays or just like sitting at home relaxing with family. Yeah, the 26th for me it is then. Yeah, I would say that. Alex says, yes, DM, once I've decided something is done, I'm extremely and terminally decisive. Yep, that's what I thought. I can't even like imagine putting stuff in a box to like pass on. I can a little bit, but like I put one thing that was not a duplicate in my like single card trade pile, which I haven't done anything with for so long in the Aliens group. The color deck, but that's because I got a different color deck that I thought took the place of that. Like it scratched the itch, as Lisa Pappas would say. But for most things, case in point, these decks I showed today, I'm not going to be like, well, I'm getting rid of this one now because I got this one, or I don't need this one because I have this one. Like I need both most of the time. So it's just very, very seldom that I will put one in the trade pile unless I have a duplicate of it or that I will pass along or whatever. So yeah, Robin says Friday is Black Friday, the big crazy shopping day. yeah, not for me. I used to do that sometimes with my mom and her friend, but we didn't go for like crazy deals like waiting in line for a TV that's like super cheap because like we didn't have money to like buy TVs when I was growing up. Like for Christmas, like that wasn't a thing. So there are certain places that will have like crazy lines. Though I feel more and more like online, like Cyber Monday is kind of taking over and people just kind of shop online all weekend. So I did used to go Black Friday shopping with my mom and my aunt, and then we'd have one other day with her friend, but not on actual Black Friday. But it was for us, it wasn't like this crazy mad rush. It was just like a fun thing to do because we had the day off from school and work. And so we'd get up early just for the fun of it and like go get breakfast and then like go shopping just like at smaller, like casual places and not like where there were crazy lines. So I don't know. Like I used to partake in that, but it was just like a fun thing and not a crazy thing. Um, and I also used to work retail for a handful of years. I see Debbie saying, I worked so many years in retail. I hate Black Friday. Yeah. Like I'm a person that would like vote for people to like have the day off from the shops so they didn't have to work and stuff. But I did used to go out. Time is going so fast. It seems like it was just Halloween and we're already halfway through November. It is really crazy, and I need to keep working on the baby's room. Week ago Thursday, that's what I was doing, and then I thought I was going to have like a low or slow work day on maybe Tuesday of this week. And then as soon as I got things caught up with work, then I got a bunch more. So then I didn't get any days in there. But this coming holiday weekend, I'll be able to do more. So, and I made really good progress on the 11th when I was doing that. Sip, sip. Or she says, my company had its Black Friday today. Since here it's not tied to an actual holiday, companies try to pick separate days and the deals are not that good. Well, sometimes here too now that Black Friday sales will start like at the beginning of this week, right? Some places have already started, like a lot of places online have already started their Black Friday deals. And so I think there have been some changes to make it not so crazy. Hey, Ellie. I think we're about wrapping up, but thank you so much for popping in to join us on this lovely sunny here Friday anyway. The Black Friday madness got picked up by retailers in Europe, even though we have no Thanksgiving. Yeah, that's really crazy. I remember hearing about that. Debbie says, do you have a theme for the baby room? Yes. So we're doing the same theme we did before, which is stars and moons, because that's what I love. And it's gender neutral, whatever that means. But, you know, let me actually take a sip. So like blue, white, gray. I'll just be putting up the same pictures that we had in Max's baby room and things like that. So yeah, cosmic-y stars and moons. Who is surprised by this? No one probably, right? Bye, Beth. Thank you so much. Good luck with your planning. We were given a link, says Orshi, to see the sales, and an insane amount of money is being spent today. Yeah. Yep. So last year around this time is when I did, like, I got some really good deals on like tarot stuff last year in November. Like James R. Eads had a big sale last year, like buy one, get one free, open portals, things like this. First thing I sent to Chris, never got there, still never got there. Sent it January 28th. We're coming up on the 1-year anniversary of my first sucker punch to the gut when I tried to send things to Chris and Sandra. Okay, that's fine. Anyway. Yes, cute stars and moons. Okay, so Ben's channel 230. Becca, I believe. Oh no, Becca posted that she's not going on tonight because of Govinda's 24 hours. Yeah, I think that's true. Ben, we need YouTube TV guide. Ben's channel 230 with the crew for themes. Robin on Lavender Moon 5 p.m. my time. Yes, and the links are posted. Govinda starting 24-hour madness for children in need, 7 p.m. tonight. And Regina going on some time today for readings with Use All Your Decks challenge. Oh yeah, the shipping would be crazy if that had to factor in. Regina says, yes, a YouTube channel by topic. So, but do check out Barely Balanced. People will post in there occasionally about things coming up. And Scott at Scorpio Moon Tarot is open forum for like posting your stuff. So do check out there for events and links to lives and things like that. Ooh, Regina says probably within the hour. So be on the lookout for Regina Tarot's part 2 of this. Yes, babies are the star card. Let's get excited about the nursery. That's amazing. Okay. I will go now. Thank you all so much for hanging out and looking at my witchy decks. Thank you again to Alex for the awesome gift. I hope you all have a really magical Friday and a nice weekend wherever you are. And I will see you in the next one.